Hello viewers, this is Athar Mansoor from Tracks. In this video, I am going to discuss with you the findings of a recent report titled Workmonitor 2025, which has been published by Randstad in the Netherlands. This report is very important because it gives us insights about what are the major motivators for workers across the world. Is it pay? Is it values? Is it work-life balance? And I'm going to share in detail with data of how the workers of today they are motivated and what factors employers should in fact bring into the picture when they are hiring workers so that they are able to acquire and retain the best talent. Let me share the screen with you. So, as I mentioned, I'm going to discuss the top motivators for workers. A little bit about the report. This report, as I've told you, it is known as Workmonitor 2025, and it has been published by Randstad, which is one of the largest global HR and staffing services companies. It is headquartered in the Netherlands, and it specializes in recruitment, talent management, and workforce solutions, both for temporary and permanent employment across various sectors. So what is the most important factor for workers? So workers clearly tell us through this report and through this survey that work-life balance is the most important motivator for them. And it has become for the first time in 22 years since the report has been published for the first time. It was published 22 years ago for the first time. And now in the 2025 edition, work-life balance has for the first time surpassed pay. 83% of the respondents clearly tell us through the survey that work-life balance is important, in contrast to 82%, which is only 1% lesser than work-life balance, but still 1% lesser, which 82% say that pay is more important. So as far as the sample of the report is concerned, it is quite robust. 26,000 workers, global workers participated, and the age range was between 18 to 67 years. So there were Gen Zs, there were baby boomers, and I'm going to in the subsequent slide also show you who, in terms of which generation likes which motivator more and which are they focused on. 35 markets were surveyed across Europe, Asia Pacific, and Americas. So for the first time, as I mentioned earlier also, pay has been beaten by work-life balance in the 22 reports. So 21 reports before this, 25 reports. In all of those 21 reports, pay was the biggest motivator and the most important factor for global workers. So who are the most keen in terms of work-life balance? It's the Gen Zs. And I hope you know Gen Zs who are born between 1997 to 2012. 74% of the Gen Zs ranked work-life balance as the most important factor, and 68% of them ranked pay as the most important factor, but 74% clearly beat the 68%. 43% of them quit jobs because they didn't fit their personal lives, so they were not very happy with those jobs. And about 50%, about half of the Gen Zs quit those jobs, in contrast to baby boomers who are much older than Gen Zs, as they were born between 1946 to 1964, who in terms of percentage, only 28% of the baby boomers quit jobs, at those did not fit their personal lives or personal schedules. So the most keen are the Gen Zs, who are the younger the younger generation, and who are now very much active part of the labor market across the world. Besides work-life balance, what are the other important factors for workers? So this survey and the report show us that values are very important, and 40% of the those who were surveyed say that they will not take a job with values that did not align with their own. So a job which has values which does not, which has values which do not match the values of the individuals, they would not take up those jobs. In contrast to previous year, this has substantially gone up 10 percentage points. So 38% in 2024 said that values are important and they would take up those jobs which align with their personal values. But now it's a 10 percentage points increase and it has gone up to 48%. Employees have also clearly mentioned that they want a workplace where they can belong to, thrive, and relate to. So it's kind of an affiliation with the workplace. And 85% say that strong community is important to their health and well-being. That is why they want to feel connected and engaged and bond with the workplace where they work. 76% consider at least some of their colleagues to be proper friends, which means it's a good indication that at workplace people can share their feelings, their issues, their challenges, and because if they consider people as proper friends, friendship means that people are able to share their ideas, their thoughts, their challenges, anything they feel uncomfortable with or anything they are happy with. So this is kind of a good, I think, the information which has been given in the report and which actually highlights the importance of getting involved in a workplace. 55% clearly mentioned that they would quit if they did not belong to a place where they are working. And 44%, which is a very large percentage, left job because of toxic workplace culture. So these are the other factors which are important besides work-life balance. And people, if you are an employer and you want to hire people, you should focus on work-life balance in terms of giving them the opportunity that they should be able to balance their work and their life, and also understanding their values and giving them an opportunity to get involved in the workplace, to feel, to develop that sense of belongingness so that they can thrive, and giving them a culture which is not toxic and where they can feel that their colleagues have become their friends. What does the future look like? So in terms of future, I think employers should, in the next 5 years, try to target employee health and well-being as the top priority for attracting the best workers, for retaining them also. And the report, in fact, tells us that employers are doing it. About 64% of the employers identify it as a key strategy to increase talent availability for themselves. So very important report, and I think it tells us clearly that work-life balance is going to be very important, very important. It has already become, and it is going to stay as an important thing, important factor and motivator for employees across various sectors, whether they are working in service industries or working in manufacturing or other types of industries, and across the globe also, because this survey, as I've told you, was done on 26,000 workers across Europe, Asia Pacific, and Americas, and the age range was also quite it was quite big, and baby boomers were involved, Gen Zs were involved, and this is a kind of a very valid survey. So viewers, thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for more. Join Tracks.